Namaste everyone, my name is Aga. Welcome to my channel, Tree of Life Spiritual Coaching. Today's episode is going to be a little bit more serious in nature. I was guided to record for you because just a moment ago I finished a channeling session for a client whose best friend died to a heroin overdose. And she's my neighbor. And when she came here to talk to my roommate, I didn't know what happened. I just happened to pass through the room, and she came to me and told me what happened and how she was feeling. She was sobbing. She was very emotional. And I offered to channel her friend's energy and help her get some information from his side, from his perspective. So I just finished the session, and I also did some small readings for her, in 2 days ago and yesterday. And I just have a message that I wanted to share that has to do with unconditional love, decisions like suicide, and also perspective on a human mind versus the higher mind, and what is the function and why it's important to understand what our mind does and what the higher mind does. Because, from the human perspective, we can be deeply in pain, we can be deeply emotional and feel hurt and try to understand the decision of the person or how we could have helped this person continue their journey on this earth. But when you actually understand what is the function of the mind, human mind, and then higher mind, you will really start seeing things from a perspective of your higher self, and why certain things seem like a paradox, something that is contradictory. For instance, human mind is designed to analyze certain data, recognize patterns, something would happen, right? We can sort of put it in a computation, in a formula that makes sense to us. But that only relates to like past tense or past. In fact, it doesn't have anything to do with future, so to speak, in a linear sense, because every situation eternally, essentially is new. There's no such a thing like repetition. When we use the mind to make decisions about the future based on the situations in the past, we're in fact deeply narrowing the perspective and not allowing universe to give us more options to manifest things for us. Because manifestation happens on a level of a higher mind, and then what are we doing in a human mind, three-dimensional mind? We're just witnessing what we have created from the higher mind perspective. So it's not the same perspective at all. And it's very easy to get trapped in these painful situations where we just don't know why certain things happened, and how come the person chose this and that was the perfect solution for someone like Ryan, who just committed suicide a few days ago. And when I was channeling him, and I really felt his presence, like he was in the room. We were talking to this lady and her best friend through FaceTime, and it's like we had a for people conversation. They had questions and I answered, and he told me things like this, that there's no bad decisions. Every decision that we make is valid, is equal. It's equally important as any other decision, because it serves collectively to expand consciousness. So there's no such a thing like mistakes or doing something that is karmically going to affect us. It doesn't work this way. Every moment, every frame is fresh, and what we do, we basically, from all these frames that already has been created, we can pick and choose, and we create a timeline that we then in our three-dimensional mind understand as a story, creates a story. But in fact, higher mind doesn't have that kind of storyline. It's just based on each moment, now, constantly creates for us situation based on what we have brewing in our subconscious. That's why it's so important to tap into your subconscious mind and your shadow side to understand what really is happening. But in any case, whatever the situation may be and decision that a person makes, there's no such a thing like judgment. There's no such a thing like I could have done better than this. All information serves the collective, even if it's just an example of how we can avoid certain things and shift to a perspective that is more positive, that serves the collective better than deciding to quit the three-dimensional perspective. In case of Ryan, he felt very contracted in this world and also raised in society that wasn't open. So he felt like he doesn't have tools for self-expression, and that came over and over again. And for him, the decision to take his life was very conscious because he knew exactly what's going to happen when he takes that substance, and he wanted that warranty. And in this world, three-dimensional world, he didn't have that option of security. Okay, I'm gonna do this work and I'm gonna reach that state. He didn't feel confident in that process. So he decided that this is what he needs. He needs to take some time off, rest, look at his life from a perspective of a source. And the message he shared was like, you're all valid and all experiences are valid. All experiences are serving the collective. So there's no bad decisions. And I wanted to share that with you because, I get these questions as well from people. I get this comment that was erased, but I found this comment very powerful and I wanted to add it into this video. Someone says, well, if unconditional love is everywhere, why would it be worth pursuing, right? Because this person only functions in a space of their three-dimensional mind and their thoughts. They didn't tap into their higher mind, where in fact all the decisions are being made. He's just witnessing in three-dimensional world what's happening, and this person doesn't know what are the mechanisms of this manifestation. And the way I sense it from the place of just stillness, meditation, oneness, is that, unconditional love simply is allowance to create anything you want. You have absolute freedom to create any type of experience that you choose. So it means you're fully accepted in any creation that you pick for yourself. And this might feel like an incredible trap, especially if we're withdrawn from that higher perspective. But when you look at nature, you can see that correlates. When nature creates, it does not create from a place of limitation or fear, because no creation can happen from that place. Creation can only happen from a place of unconditional love. So if it wasn't a basis of creation, we would not be able to exist, simply. And this is the reason why unconditional love is the fabric that is a base for everything in this dimension and any other dimension. Otherwise, we couldn't expand. There wouldn't be a universe that is growing. There wouldn't be new experiences, new discoveries, new ways of living and being. And this is the message that I have for today. If you would like to tap into these these spaces of higher understanding, I highly advise that you either find a teacher, someone who can help you, guide you a little bit, start meditating, start practicing stillness. This is really the only way that you can get into it. Using Western methods of analysis and science will not get you to that place of solid knowing, inner knowing that comes from heart space. That's why, the reason that people feel certain ways, because they're using the tools that they picked up at school, they've learned in the Western society or Western models of psychoanalysis and psychology. And the only thing that it does, it really helps compartmentalize the information. It does not really give any solutions. There's no healing happening in the process. There's no change. That's why it doesn't really work. What I'm interested in doing in this channel is to help you find tools that will completely reshape your reality, so that you will understand that there is no conflict between your human three-dimensional mind and your higher self. Is just that there's no connection. And through meditation, through stillness, through contemplative practices, certain lifestyles, you're gonna start to tapping into these intuitions, this the symbolism, the knowing, the flow of harmonic frequencies, nourishing you with that type of vibration, that type of information. So, someone who tells me, I can't meditate, I don't know how to meditate, I'm impatient, you have to meditate. There's no other way. If you want to raise above the human mind, you gotta find discipline, a practice that works for you, and be still. One of the ways is to go to Vipassana meditation. It's a 10-day course. Hi, Wimple. Say hello. And they will teach you the technique, and the technique is free. The course are free. All you have to have is a commitment to change, and knowing that balance and happiness, joy, and functioning from the place of peace and response versus reaction is possible. So if you have any questions, if you'd like to perhaps schedule a session, I do Skype session, phone sessions, I do FaceTime, or if you're living in the Bay Area, I welcome you to come to my place in San Francisco. Thank you for watching. I hope that information was useful to you. I welcome your input. If you would like any topics to be brought up, please comment, share, subscribe. And let's keep the conversation open. Namaste. Much love to you.